Hello? I think we're good now. I went live a few minutes ago. And it just lag. But I think we're good now. Let me just get up the old Chatterooski. What's up, Desporty Yamper? Welcome in. And Matisse, welcome in. All right, the time has come. We're gonna get the final personality mark on a shiny. I gotta KO these guys though, because I forgot that was a thing. I was gonna like set this all up. Oh my gosh, the lag. I was gonna set this up before stream, and then I forgot that you have to KO a bunch of these things to get a higher shiny rate. So we're gonna do that. Oh wow, they're spawning like crazy over here. Dude, imagine how much better this game would be if it didn't run at 10 FPS. Oh, also, by the way... Oh, can I not? Really? And of course I don't know how to control this game because I've been playing Legends Arceus for way too long. Who can swim? I think Koraidon can swim, so let's do that. What's up, Brennan? Welcome in. But I caught one Lotad because you don't get the targeting feature if they're not registered. And I didn't have Lotad registered. So I caught one, and I had the kindly mark. So I'm a little hopeful that this might not take super long, because if you guys remember, we did this with Clefairy, and it took like 60 shinies to get it. Which was a lot. Why has the mark appearing on a Pokemon? So it depends on the mark, depends on what you have to buff it. This Outbreak event gives them a 5% chance to have the kindly mark. So 1 in 20. Which I should write that down. Or not write it down, I have a thing for it. I just have to update it so that it says 1 in 20. What marks am I missing? Kindly mark, dry mark, misty mark, and curry mark. That's it. Can you attack him? There we go. What's up, Noe? Welcome in. And Hudon. I'm going for the kindly mark. There's an event going on right now where the kindly mark is a lot more likely. And it's the last personality mark I needed. So we're just gonna quickly get this. And then if I get it quickly, we probably go back to hunting Mew. I think I just killed a Corphish, I did. What are my shiny odds? So I'm gonna be doing Sparkling Power and Shiny Charm, so my odds will be 1 in 512. Because this isn't a boosted odds shiny event, it's just boosted mark. I was originally going to do boosted odds shiny events and just like literally get like 400 plus shinies to get the mark. But then they decided to do this, which was only a matter of time. It really feels like they're trying to feature every single mark, personality mark at least. So I kind of knew they were going to do the kindly mark at one point. And they did. Remember watching your Let's Go videos a ton. I was actually, so I started a chain in Let's Go. And after I get Shiny Mew, I was gonna like do that. But for some reason, my Switch like crashed or something. So I have to like start that over again, which is kind of annoying. But I didn't like lose anything important, so. Am I both auto battling on Koraidon and riding one? You get 2 Koraidons in these games. Have you never played Scarlet and Violet? There's 2 of the box art legendaries. One you ride like throughout your whole game, and then one you catch at the end that you can like put in home and stuff. What are we doing? What? Get over here. This ledge is causing issues. That's what's happening. Dude, he does not know how to get around the rock. Come on. The other 3 you mentioned are Sword and Shield exclusive marks. The Misty mark you can get in Kitakami. But I'm gonna hunt for it in Sword and Shield. I'm gonna go back to the my plan is to go back to the Milcery quest, but I'm gonna do Milcery all full odds because shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet is like ridiculously easy. But my plan is to get 1 set of 7 from Sword and Shield that are full odds. Oh, you don't have a Switch? Unfortunate. Well, if you ever get a Switch, I'd say don't bother with Scarlet and Violet. It's not a good Pokemon game. If it was like a $30 game, I'd be like 100% get it, but it's a full price game. There are no cool hunts in Scarlet and Violet. There are if you really put your mind to it, but it's one of those things where cool hunts in Scarlet and Violet are like when you think of like a cool hunt in another game, it's like, oh, this cool method that's kind of quick to get this shiny, that's kind of a cool shiny. Scarlet and Violet, if you're gonna do something like that, it's usually just not worth doing. Because there's just gonna be way easier ways. Like, there's like special Terra Pokemon that get like cool moves at like lower levels and stuff. Alright, I'm gonna save. What I like to do is I like to have it be 1 away from the thing that tells me that there's like not many left, so that I know, because I had this really bizarre glitch one time where it was during the Scyther outbreak. I KO'd over 60 Scyther and I saved my game. And then randomly, when I like went back to hunt it, it like reset my KOs for some reason. I'm just gonna save after everyone. So I always like make sure that I know for certain it like didn't reset my KOs. Which I think will be like now. Okay, well 2. Okay, it's gonna be soon. We're like 70 KOs in. It'll tell me there's like not many left. It's gotta be like the next one. What's up, Jirachi? Welcome in. You're chaining Rattata right now, and you know why it's taking so long? I wouldn't recommend chaining for Rattata. I would recommend just doing route resets or chain for something else, because odds are you're gonna phase with Rattata, and they're just common. You're just slowing yourself down too much by doing a combo for something like Rattata. How is it not telling me? Let me just KO a few more. Because what if it like changed? It's been a while since I've played this game. Like it's still, I feel like it should have told me that there's like not many left by now. Like this is kind of weird. I'm like well over 70 KOs. Unless I missed it earlier. When Safari Week start? Are you joking? I hope you're joking. It literally feels like you waited till I had a layout that didn't have date on it to ask me that. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me reset then. Dragon Ball kind of makes you worried for the future direction of the main games. Yeah, that's why like that's why I kind of express my distaste for this game a lot. Because it's one thing to have a bad game in the series. It's another thing when like you see them going a direction they're going that is not good, and they are like, this game kind of confirmed that they're going that direction. So yeah, it's like I express my dislike for this game in hopes that maybe it'll catch on and they will change how the future games are. How many of those did I kill? Like, I swear I had to kill like 10 more of those things. Dude, I am so not used to playing this game at all. I had to kill like at least 6 of these things. So there's 1. I'll kill it KO 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Imagine a Pokemon version of Mario Kart. Dude, honestly, I was hoping they were gonna have something like that in this game. When they were showing off like the Union Circle and whatnot, and they showed everyone riding around on like Rhydon, I thought it would have been a perfect opportunity to have like some sort of racing minigame. Oh, what the heck? You see that? I like KO'd that faster because I recalled it right as it like attacked. All right, I gotta be like 1 away, right? How is this? I feel like normal outbreaks, I don't have to KO this many. Okay, so now we're actually good. A whole game, not a mini game. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that wouldn't go well with Pokemon. It'd have to be a spin-off game because like the whole point of Pokemon is collection. So if you have a full Pokemon game that isn't collection, it'd have to be a spin-off game, and even the spin-off games are very collection heavy. So, but yeah, I thought it would have been cool if there was like pre-made tracks and stuff, like when you do Union Circle. Like, I was so disappointed with Union Circle. It was like this cool thing to play with your friends, but all it does is like lower your encounter rate and make it so that they can steal your shinies. Like, there's nothing really cool about doing the Union Circle. It got better in the Blueberry Academy, but even then, I never like want to do like Union Circle for BB point, like BP. Like, it just seems like a chore. Okay, so now, unfortunately, these guys are grass types, so I have to use Glade, which I need to give this thing a wide lens. Let's see what, dude, the amount of times you're gonna see me hitting that freaking up on the D-pad to try to pause my game. What's up, Thor? Thank you for the shiny luck. Every Pokemon has a special card. Yeah, that'd be good as a main series game, but I feel like, or as a spin-off game. But I feel like it would have been a good opportunity to have some sort of racing minigame in this game, and they just didn't do it. Like, the one time it would have made sense to do something like that. Why is Dragonite my favorite Pokemon? I just always liked it. I realized that I just like always put it on my team whenever I could. It's like the perfect balance of like cute and awesome at the same time. I think this is the right recipe. How's the painting set up in Emerald? So it turns out you don't need to like do anything to set that up. There's like the museum paintings in Lily Cove, and those you need to have like, I think the requirement is you have to like beat a master rank contest with like a certain amount of points in order to get a painting in the Lily Cove Museum. But if you go to just the contest hall in Lily Cove, there's other paintings that already have Pokemon on them, and they also re-roll your seeds, so you don't have to do anything. But I was like going down this like crazy rabbit hole trying to figure out how to like win contests yesterday, and then it was I was told that oh, do you know what I should do actually? We'll wait for these guys to spawn in. I should do Humongo Power instead of Encounter Power. I gotta remember how to do that, though. I think it's just too spicy, right? Do I like the shiny? I do like Shiny Dragonite. It's not my favorite shiny, but I think it gets too much hate. But I get why people don't like it. No racing game, but they have off-brand soccer. Are you talking about the olive roll thing? Oh, you were asking where you should reset, Koyo? I mean, like, Rattata is everywhere. There might be a good place. The place to the right of Celadon has like a thing you can go in and out of. That might be good. Yeah, you're talking about the olive roll. The olive roll that's like super glitchy and just doesn't work half the time. All right, so I think if I just do Cucumber and 2 Spicy, I think I get Humongo Power. And we should not be saving over anything in this game, so we're good to just use our last 2 Spicy. Oh, you know what? It might be Spicy and Mustard. Shoot. Well, we'll find out now. I don't know if Von Blood is in the stream, but that was like a genuine question if they were joking or not, because I was gonna answer them if they weren't joking. But they might have been offended by me asking that. Oh, you're here? Okay. Were you joking or not about asking when Safari Week was? Oh, wait. Mustard might be Teensy Power, because this is indeed what we want. All right. Oh yeah, these things are big now. So now we can just do the old route reset, the town reset thing. I guess there's a chance we get Wooper too, but pretty unlikely. Oh, you're not joking? Okay, it's June 21st through the 30th. It's the last week of June this year. It's kind of just like voted on. And this year just happens to be the last week of June. But like, I've had a lot of people ask me, so I think it was 2 days ago, I put it on my stream layout. And I think that helped a lot because I think people were kind of seeing that and knowing like when it was. But it was kind of coincidence that like the one layout I don't have it on, you like asked like immediately when it was. This tree, I don't want that tree here. That tree sucks. Maybe I just stand over here more. Back to shiny mark hunting. Yeah, I'm just doing it because they're doing an event that features the last personality mark that I need. So like, I'm not gonna go straight into like the Misty mark after this. I gotta finish my Mew hunt. There might have been a shiny behind that tree. But it's okay. It's fine. It'd be crazy if we got this on the first try. Oh, I'm not recording though. I should record this. I caught one Lotad just to register it, and it had the kindly mark, so I'm kind of confident I'll get it. But I got shafted on the Clefairy one. The Clefairy one took me over 60 to get. And that one was a lot harder to, like, see. Did you KO the last one for the boosted odds? You didn't see? No, so the idea is once I catch one of these, it'll tell me. You have to KO 60 to get the max odds. But I KO'd like 70 something because I have it set so that the next one I catch, it'll like tell me there's like almost no Lotads left or whatever. It'll tell me like the outbreak's almost gone. And that's just to let me know that if this takes a while and I come back to it, that after catching the first shiny, I'll still know I have max shiny rates, you know? But this isn't a boosted odds shiny event, so we're not going to be getting like a shiny every 2 minutes. It'll be more like every 5 minutes. Man, I saw the body of that Lotad and thought it was the leaf of a shiny one. Sidon, thank you for the luck. Just hoping it doesn't take me over odds, you know? Like, if this takes me like 15 shinies, like, who cares? But I mean, like, regardless, this is just gonna be so easy. Especially because I don't even have to encounter them to see if they're marked. They really did just completely ruin rarity of everything in this game. Like, I'm not even kidding. Shinies were like really rare and fun to get in Sword and Shield, and then a shiny with a mark was just like the craziest thing ever. And it's like now, like Scarlet and Violet came out, and like shinies are so easy to get. And then like with Tidal Power, like marks were easy to get, but it was like still personality marks and stuff were like pretty rare. And then they added the Blueberry Academy, and it was like Mark Charm got added, and this targeting system that you don't even have to encounter the shiny to see if it's marked. And it's like, like literally, even like getting like a 1 in like 5, like not only did it make like the final mark being like a 1 in 700 chance down to like a 1 in like 400 chance or something. I think even higher, maybe like 1 in 300 chance. But like, you just like rip through encounters like with shinies so fast now because you don't even have to like catch them. How would Game Freak even go about bringing back any form of rarity with the overworld spawns? Well, I think them removing sandwiches would be a big step, but I still, yeah, I mean, like, I think, like, because I think the overworld shinies, like, is the main culprit of shinies being not rare in this game. Because even full odds, you might spend an hour or two finding a shiny. Like, it's not going to take you, like, days. Like, if you get, like, my unluckiest full odds hunt in this game was only, like, I think, like, 3 or 4 sandwiches. I'm not even kidding. And that's full odds. So, like, the overworld thing, I don't think there's really much they can do after that. But, like, even with the overworld thing, it was, like, every update that came to this game just, like, made stuff easier and easier to get to the point where it just, like, what's the point anymore? Like, there is a reason why I didn't, like, immediately rush back into doing this Mark Challenge. Because this Mark Challenge, even with overworld shinies and even with, like, Tidal Power 3 and whatnot, it is still a crazy, ridiculous challenge to get every mark on shiny Pokemon. But nowadays, it's like with all these outbreak events, with boosted odds outbreaks or boosted odds marks and stuff, it's like it's not even really that much of a challenge anymore. Outside of like the Sword and Shield exclusive ones. Go back to methods that don't blanket increase shiny odds. The thing is, it's not even the shiny odds that are the issue. It's just the overworld encounters. Like, Sword and Shield's shiny hunting methods had higher shiny rates than in Scarlet and Violet. Outside of the increased odds outbreak events, the Brilliant method in Sword and Shield has higher shiny rates than the Sparkling Power knockout 60 in an outbreak in this game. It's just the overworld encounters is what make the difference. Like, they can have overworld Pokemon again, but do it like Sword and Shield, where like you have to encounter them to see if they're shiny. Because not having to encounter a Pokemon to see if it's shiny is like, that alone just makes it so much more likely to find a shiny. Yeah, Sword and Shield shiny hunting was so fun. A lot of people didn't like it, and like method hunters, it's not the best for method hunting, and that's mainly because the main method is just not that great. They needed to raise the encounter rate of Brilliance by like a few percentages in order to like make it a pretty decent method, but they just didn't. So like I get like why method hunters don't like it. I think I just failed a shiny. I could be crazy though. Let me check. Yeah, I gotta wait. No, it would have been like over. I think I'm going too far. Nope, I'm just crazy. It looked, when it was disappearing, it looked shiny, but it was not shiny. It's like the body like faded away more and it looked darker. You just got a shiny Pichu from the Odd Egg and Crystal? Nice. Is Pichu a rare one? I don't remember. I don't know. I just know that like Igglybuff and Cleffa are pretty common. I don't know about the rest of them though. There's a difference between 1 encounter and 15 encounters per check. And the thing is, it's like Sword and or this game, it's like you're not even getting 15 encounters per check. It's like if like this way I am, but like you literally, if you're just constantly running around, it's like arguably more than that. You just are gonna be missing stuff when you like when they spawn behind you. But yeah, like, the thing about Sword and Shield is, like, yeah, I understand Method Hunters not liking it, because the method wasn't great. It was, like, arguably not worth doing in a lot of scenarios. But just the variety of different hunts you can do in Sword and Shield, like, there's the reset, the strong spawn resets, there's the Ingress encounters, there's the overworld encounters, there's the, like, I mean, you could do Curry. There's the, like, runaways from the Impident mushrooms. There's Masuda method, just, like, breeding. There's just so many different ways to shiny hunt in Sword and Shield. And with them not having overworld shinies, it just, like, shinies were so exciting to find, even with Shiny Charm, even with methods. Like guys, like, I don't think you realize, like, I'm more of a full odds hunter, but that wasn't until Scarlet and Violet came out. Arguably when Legends Arceus came out too, because I specifically did like a full odds Legends Arceus hunt. But yeah, like I was pretty hardcore method hunter before this game came out. But when this game came out and it was like the 1 in 512 odds gives you a shiny like every 7 minutes, and that just felt way too easy. But yet I was doing like Masuda method and stuff, which were the same odds. For me, it was just like, where do I draw the line? If they're the same odd shinies, but one of them it takes me 7 minutes to do and doesn't feel like I really earned it, and the other one it's like could take me a very long time to get. It is kind of funny how I like haven't gotten a shiny yet though, as I'm like saying this. Yeah, I mean, like, if the next Pokemon game, which it won't be because it's gonna be Legends ZA, but if like the next Pokemon game they do is like Sword and Shield, but like with a better story and better graphics, I feel like that's what's gonna make the best like kind of Pokemon game. Very excited for GoFest 2024 in Pokemon Go. Are you? I'm whatever. I'm so like not as interested in Pokemon Go anymore. Although this event that's happening in Pokemon Go is actually pretty good because it's like you can actually get a solid chance at the shinies without paying money, which is just wild. They usually haven't been doing that lately. Well, like GoFest is fun, but it's like for me, it's like nowadays I don't like dedicating a full weekend to just go like playing Pokemon Go. It's just not as, it's like kind of like a chore. Almost feels like I gotta go like do something. Like feels like I have to like, you know, it's like when you go somewhere that you don't want to go. It's kind of what it feels like for me now. Like I'm gonna play it, but okay, what are we doing? Pokemon Go just kind of like really fell off for me in the past like few months, really. Like, I mean, I still play it, but like yesterday, I like barely touched my game. Like normally when I'm out doing stuff, I'm always like checking Pokemon Go to see. Like yesterday I was at a park and I didn't look at my phone at all. Pokemon Go is too much FOMO. You don't like that? And not only is it too much FOMO, but nowadays it's like if you don't pay money at all, you're just not gonna get really anything good. I know there's instances where you can get lucky and do well as a free-to-play, but before it was like if you were free-to-play, you still had like a really good chance if you just grinded more. Nowadays, it's like everything they do is like egg or raid based. This is like the first event that they started today that like isn't based around eggs or raids. It's insane. So yeah, like it's like there's this new event coming out pretty soon that's gonna release shiny Larvesta, and they're not gonna increase the chance of Larvesta hatching. And it's like, all right, so someone like me who hatches one egg every couple days and has a 1 in 100 chance at hatching a 1 in 64 shiny, like that's just never gonna happen. So like why would I even care? Like why would I even try to play that? Like yeah, some people could get really lucky, but I am not one of those people who gets that lucky. So like for someone who's free to play, it's like most of the events that happen, it's like there's no reason for free to play players to even like try, because it's all like, well, if you hatch 500 eggs in this week, you might have a chance at getting a good shiny. If you do 500 raids this week, you might have a good chance at getting this like rare new shiny. It's like it's just not fun. Because for me, it's like they'll add like Drampa to Pokemon Go. They'll be like, get ready guys, Drampa's getting added to Pokemon Go, get hyped. By the way, it's in tier 3 raids. Oh, but it's in research too. But the research task is to win 3 raids to get an encounter for it. And it's like, brother, I can do 1 encounter, maybe 2 a day. And it's a 5-day event. I am not getting the 1 in 64 shiny Drampa with 6 checks. It's just not happening. So why would I even bother? But yeah, this event they're doing now is pretty good because instead of boosting the odds for the featured Pokemon, there's like, they have like this shiny Slackoth with a visor, which is just like another ridiculous costume that's just for FOMO. But and then they have shiny Komala, which is like the new shiny. Both of them are boosted shiny rates from tasks. And the tasks do not involve hatching eggs and winning raids, which is just insane. They've like never done that. If they boost the odds of like a shiny in a specific method, it's either going to be eggs or raids. This is the first time it's ever been tasks. And on top of that, the tasks are not revolving around hatching eggs or winning raids. It's just so much better than it was before. So this event is actually a pretty good event for people who are free to play, because you can actually like go out and grind tasks and try to get a good shot at a shiny Slackoth or Komala, which is what they need to do more. I feel like a lot of people have stopped playing since they changed the avatar characters as well. That one doesn't bother me, but it is ridiculous how bad they are. I think it's just like sad that they had the avatar changes for like a select part of the world for months before they released it globally. And you would think like they did that to get feedback and to like fix things that people didn't like, because like there were people that had it for months and months and months before it became like a global release. And everywhere I went, like it was unanimously hated. Unanimously hated. And they didn't do anything about it before they released it global. And that just blows my mind. Like, I don't get that at all. Like, if you're going to release it for a portion of the world for, like, months before the rest of the world, why not fix some things before the global release? That's the whole point of releasing it for part of the world first. But to me, like, the avatar thing isn't, like, annoying. Like, the only annoying thing that changed with the avatar, and I think it's a bug, I don't think it was, like, them intentionally, like, changing it, but they made it so that this, like, combination of clothes that I wore, like, can't be done anymore. And I think it's just a glitch, because it's, like, this one pair of glasses just, like, can't be worn with a hat for some reason when, like, it used to be able to, which I think would be, like, kind of silly to, like, not be able to wear glasses with a hat. Cannot agree more with you. It's all microtransactions for sure, and they have ruined the game for a lot of people. Yeah, and it's like it's no secret that the reason they're doing it is because they lost so much money from nerfing the remote raids. So they're trying to like nickel and dime everyone in every other aspect of the game. And like I wasn't even that big of a fan of the remote raids. They were really convenient for sure, and I did like a decent amount of them. But, like, there were issues where, like, as someone who would do in-person raids with, like, a free pass, you just couldn't get people to raid with you, because if it, like, all people would do was only sit at home and, like, do remote raid invites, and if it wasn't, like, the most meta legendary, they wouldn't help. So it became pretty hard to, like, get people to do raids, but they nerfed the remote raids so heavily that it's, like, arguably worse now, because now it's, like, people aren't ever gonna do remote raids, and even if they are willing to do remote raids, odds are they hit their limit and they just can't. So nothing really changed in that sense. They haven't buffed. What they needed to do was incentivize in-person raids so much more to like make it so people have no reason to do remote raids outside of the convenience. Like, I'm talking if they had made it, like, they have, like, the Rare Candy XL that's, like, super rare, but it's so rare that, like, out of, like, the years it's been available, I've only ever accumulated, like, 170, which is, like, not enough to max out a Pokemon. It's not enough to max one single Pokemon, which is ridiculous. And then, what they need to do is they need to make it so that the IV floor for in-person raids is a little bit higher. If they made it like an 11-11-11 IV floor instead of 10-10-10, I feel like most people would be like, why would I do a remote raid when it's like a higher chance to give me a perfect with an in-person? And 11-11-11 wouldn't be so broken, because it would go, the odds would go from 1 in 216 for a perfect to like 1 in 150 or something like that. Like, it's still going to be a really low chance to get a perfect, but you're just going to be more likely to get a perfect from an in-person, and that's what they should have done. But instead, they just nerfed remotes into the ground. They should have just kept remotes as it was, but made it so that people didn't have a reason to do them by making the in-persons so much better, and they just didn't do that. And I never, even before the remote raid pass nerf, I never believed that raids were worth doing, really, ever. Like, you're spending money, like, essentially $1 per chance, and you have such a low chance at a perfect, and a lot of the time, such a low chance at a shiny. The only time they were somewhat worth doing is if you're trying to get a shiny legendary. But if you're trying to get a perfect legendary, or a shiny of non-legendary, or a perfect of just anything, like, it's not worth it. Because on average, you're spending hundreds of dollars to, like, try to get that. And that's assuming you get average luck, not get unlucky. So I never thought raids were worth it, and now they just made it even less worth doing for a lot of people. You just got a shiny Dusclops from a Distortion and complete the shiny line in Arceus. Nice. I think I've only seen one Duskull shiny in Legends. None of the other ones. Also, I am getting completely shafted on this sandwich, by the way. Sparkling Power, Tidal Power, Humongo Power. Yeah, that is kind of crazy. Maybe I should do Grass next sandwich. I think we're like 4 times odds for a shiny. You hope sandwiches don't return for the next time. They probably won't, but they definitely won't for Legends ZA. But like for the next like whatever's after Legends, the next non-Legends game. I am kind of disappointed the next game's Legends again. It feels too soon to do Legends, then Scarlet and Violet, then Legends again. Like, I need a traditional style game. I just need it. So... You caught it, right? You caught that shiny Duskull? I'm guessing they did, because they would have probably said they failed it if they didn't catch it. It's pretty easy to not fail shiny. Oh, but I guess in the Distortion, you can fail shinies a lot easier. I mean, as long as you enter the battle and they can't, like, kill themselves, you should be fine. You think breeding will be implemented in ZA? No, I don't. There's no babies in Kalos. If there were babies in Kalos, then maybe, but... I mean, I think my honest opinion, I don't want it to be like this, but I think it's going to be very similar to Legends Arceus in terms of like gameplay. Which is good. Like, that's a good gameplay style, but not for like every other Pokemon game, you know? Like, if it was like, if we had like a traditional style game next and then Legends ZA after, that would have made more sense to me. It would have been better. No, me? Yeah. Again, I probably would have said I failed it if I failed it. People don't just say they found a shiny and then having them fail it not say they failed it. And also, it's very easy to not fail shinies in Legends. Mine was not from a Distortion. It was a while ago. It was also a boosted ad, so even if I did fail it, I wouldn't really care. Gen 5 was peak Pokemon. I think Gen 4 was peak. Gen 5 is good, but like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of overhyped. It's not as overhyped as Gen 2, though. Gen 2, the story was cool, and like, being able to go back to Kanto is cool. But like, outside of that, it kind of sucks. Gen 2 balance awful. Gen 2, there's nothing like great about it. Like, it's like annoying to play through because like you're usually under leveled and then like there's just a lot of useless Pokemon. So it's like hard to get a good team. And then half the Gen 2 Pokemon are locked behind Kanto, which doesn't make any sense. Dude, how have I not found a shiny? This is ridiculous. I always forget that this happens, but you have to be like so unlucky for this to happen. It's just weird that it's the first sandwich I did. I could try to reset for a different outbreak, though. I'm not a fan of these trees. I also finished the shiny Krogunk line as well earlier to do and just noticed. I somehow have never seen Krogunk shiny in Legends Arceus. But I've seen like 4 Toxicroaks. Kind of fail to see how it could be like Arceus stat. Well, I'm just talking like core gameplay. Like if you catch Pokemon, you can just like throw your balls at them without like engaging in battle. You know, just like the way like the camera works and stuff. Cause like I'm talking like Scarlet and Violet and Legends Arceus are both overworld games, but they're like completely different from each other. And I think Arceus has done way better, like mechanically and just like gameplay wise and stuff. So I think it's gonna be like Legends Arceus that regard. I don't think the goal and the main part of the story is gonna be like Legends. But it's not like they're not gonna have catching Pokemon. If they would never do a main series game where you like don't catch Pokemon. That wouldn't make sense. Because again, the core point of just Pokemon in general is collection. So if they have a Pokemon game that's not based around collection at all, it's gonna be a spin-off game. It's not gonna be a mainline game. Except the odd egg. The odd egg is great. That's only crystal, though. That's not gold and silver. Gotten like 4 shinies from the odd egg and all your playthroughs of crystal. Yeah, because it's like an 18% chance for a shiny. Apparently in Japan, it's like a 50-50 chance for a shiny. If you have the Japanese version of crystal, the odd egg is like a 50% chance for a shiny. It's like way higher for some reason. Also, I already read that. Your shiny luck is legendary. It's terrible right now. I'm probably like 5 times odds for without a shiny right now. Because like it sounds like I'm over exaggerating, but I kid you not. Like you should be seeing a shiny like every 5 to 7 minutes in this game if you're like doing max odds and stuff. So to go 30 minutes with no shiny just means like you're just ridiculously unlucky or doing something wrong. And I mean, I probably could go a little faster with my encounters. But, you know, I'm just kind of getting used to it. Mr. Omnisite, thank you for the shiny luck. Isaac, thank you for the shiny luck. All right, my sandwich is over. I could try to get it in a different spot. Let me reset though. You can't dupe it in Japanese versions though. Why would you want to duplicate the odd egg? That sounds like you're just so down bad for shinies that you would like you should just hack at that point. You also have to be forced so much during Scarlet and Violet. Oh, focus so much. That's every overworld game. Like, I understand it's not as bad in Legends because there's the audio cue, but like, I mean, like traditional encounters, you can just be so casual about it Makes it more fun because then you don't have to feel like you're just so locked in the whole time. How many marks can only be found in Sword and Shield? Can only? I think 3. 4. 4. I think it's 4. Because it'd be the fishing mark, the dry mark, the curry mark, and actually though that'd be 3 then, because you can get the Misty mark in Scarlet and Violet. Let me see. I have the mark list. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just the fishing, curry, and dry. So 3. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get a. If I could get an outbreak at where I had the Litwick outbreak, which was over here, that'd be awesome. Or just not where there's a tree. It's actually way easier to roll these things when I'm in handheld mode because you can just touch the like OK button. And then I guess I can still hit the home button, but it's just a little clunkier. I'm willing to bet this one's probably not good, but we'll see. Dude, this game hurts to play, man. It's such a shame they didn't fix the frame rate issues at all. Oh, is it up here? Oh, that's not gonna be worth it at all. Whoa, I found an outbreak of Lotad. Look at all of them, guys. Did the PC dupe glitch for the odd egg? You got 14 eggs hatched, 4 shinies. What, isn't it just the same thing? I don't know how that works, honestly. But again, I feel like you gotta be pretty down bad to duplicate the odd egg. It's like the people that asks why I don't trade away my shinies to them in Scarlet and Violet when it's like, dude, just spend 5 minutes hunting for a shiny. You're down bad for sure. I just don't get it. I feel like the whole point of a shiny is that it's rare. So like when you take away the rarity of it, it's like there's not really anything cool about it. Which is why I don't like shiny hunting in this game. Because shinies are not rare in this game, so there's not really a point to them. Have you ever tried Sword and Shield or Scarlet and Violet dupe? I didn't even know there was a duplication glitch in Sword and Shield. Scarlet and Violet, I got patched. So I can't do it. Unless there's like a different one. I'm thinking of the Smeargle one. Scarlet and Violet doesn't need a duplication, but because there's an item printer. There's item printer RNG, yeah. That's another thing. It's like the item printer is cool, but like dude, having a shiny and a safari ball means nothing now because of it. Like again, like they ruin the rarity of literally everything in Scarlet and Violet. Like after this mark that I get, unless there's a Pokemon that I absolutely have to hunt in Scarlet and Violet, I'm not gonna really be touching this game ever again. There's just nothing fun about getting handed everything with like for free with no effort. Some people would disagree with that, but like that's just like I like a grind in a video game. It makes it more enjoyable when you like grind for something and you get rewarded for it. There's no sense of grind in this game at all. for like anything. There was for like there was for some a little bit of aspects of this game, but then like as the updates went on, they just removed more and more of it. Now it's only Safari Ball mons with no origin mark that are rare. Yeah, because even in like Sword and Shield, it was crazy getting like a Safari Ball from the Cram-O-Matic. So that like when you saw people with a shiny with a Safari Ball, it was like so cool. But now it's like you can just catch anything in Safari Balls now because you can like do like a really simple thing to like guarantee every item's like a Safari Ball from the item printer. Oh, the curry glitch? Oh, I actually have tried it, but I haven't been successful with it. But I'm more interested in that, not because of the duplication thing, but because of the fact that you can, like, it's, like, easier to get a shiny with the curry mark with it. In a way. Unless you get really lucky with a full odd shiny. Dude, I was like, where the heck are the Lotads? Any fun hunt you have planned for the near future? Fun hunt? I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm doing Mew, which is like a cool shiny. I mean, like, I'm gonna do Diglett and Paris in Fire Red Leaf Green, which are just like easy. So it'd be like a nice like chill thing. I got that Lotad outbreak next to Masui Town like super fast, and now I'm not getting anything. I might just stick with that outbreak then. I just wish that one tree that was next to me was gone. If you put the camera in a certain way and you can trick the game, giving you a dupe one of your own mind. Yeah, no, I know how it works. It's not like having the camera a certain way. You just have to... Essentially what you do is you just make curry with like larger Pokemon that are flying, and if they're like positioned a certain way, they can like be registered as the wild Pokemon instead of your own Pokemon. But I'm trying to do it with a Corviknight, which I think is like one of the more rare ones. Like, not rare, but like harder ones to do it with. Like, I think easier ones would be like Eternatus, because Eternatus is bigger. Or like Giratina. But yeah, like, I'm trying to do it with a Corviknight, and I haven't been successful yet. Just because I want to see if I can get like a shiny Corviknight with the curry mark. I don't know if I'd count it for the challenge, because I do plan to like hunt for Sinistea with the curry mark. Diglett in Paris? No, Diglett and Paris. What's up, Piero? Welcome in. I'm starting to think I should just stick with the outbreak I have. I feel like at this point I'm just kind of wasting time. Why does rarity matter outside of personal experience? Because for a lot of, I mean, I don't know how I explained it, how I couldn't explain it better than I just did. Like, a lot of enjoyment for a lot of people in games is having like a grind. And like the thing about Pokemon is that if Pokemon is 90% a collection game, if nothing that you collect in a collection game is rare, there's nothing exciting about said collection game, and there's no point of it. There's no point of a collection game when everything's the same chance of being found and is like super easy, you know? Ooh, this could be good. How's the living Pokeball Dex going? I mean, I'm on Gen 8. I haven't started it, though. Oh. Oh, wait. Maybe this isn't a good spot. Am I still in Kitakami Hall? Why are there no spawns? That's Kitakami Hall. Why are there no spawns? Dude, this game is so janky. How the fact that it's that likely to get an outbreak that just doesn't show up because of like weird spawn mechanics is so sad. All right, I'm gonna do 5. See, like if this Pichu right here was a Lotad, that would have been perfect, but it's not. I'm gonna do like 3 more, and if I can't get anything, I'm just gonna go back to the outbreak I already have and just deal with the annoying tree. The fact that the outbreaks can be here is also annoying because it's like literally these like dinky little spots that have like 2 spawns maybe. All right, this will be the last attempt. Unfortunate. All right, I'm just gonna stick with the outbreak I have because I guess that one's better. I got that one so fast too. I didn't think it would take that long to try to get another one. Ugh. And I think I gotta do something really quick because it is time. So I'm gonna do like a really quick break and then I'll be right back. But we'll just chill with the game open. I guess if a shiny spawns, you guys will see it and then have it inevitably walk away because you can't actually pause this game for some reason. All right, be right back. Alright, I'm back. Just gonna do this one. We're gonna just deal with it because I'm sure it's not gonna take me that long to find the shiny with the mark. I'm gonna do lettuce this time. Which means now I'm gonna get a shiny Sawaddle. Oh, I should stop. I should do a new recording every sandwich. I think that's what I did do before. All right. Would you say that the creature designs, characters, and story don't matter compared to having a good rarity system in a Pokemon game? I think probably yes. I mean, the creature designs matter for sure, but like even this game has good creature designs and whatnot. And for me personally, I've never cared about a Pokemon story. I've never cared about them, so that's never something I'm looking for. It could be the worst story in the world. Like literally, I like Sword and Shield more than Scarlet and Violet, and Sword and Shield has an awful story, and I like it infinitely more than Scarlet and Violet. But like creature design, like, yeah, it's important to have good creature design, but again, like, I don't gravitate towards this game at all, and it has good creature design because there's nothing else about this game that's interesting to me. Like, why do you guys think shiny hunting even became popular? Because people enjoyed finding rare things in a collection game. If shinies were not rare from the start, no one would care about them. That's just a fact. And it's not even just shinies. Like there's something exciting about finding like a 1% Pokemon or something like that when you're trying to fill out the decks. Like there's some like a grind to like get that is cool and exciting and whatnot. Sometimes it's just annoying, sometimes it's tedious, but like rarity matters in a collection game. If Pokemon wasn't a collection game, it wouldn't matter, but it's a collection game. So having the core element of the game not be good makes the game not good. You're working on Pumpkaboo for your living form decks and OMG. Pumpkaboo was not hard. Like, you can repel trick it. You're in X and Y, right? Even if you're not in X and Y, if you're in like Sword and Shield, you can see which ones are big in like the overworld and whatnot. They should be adding more rare things, not skipping rarity, just like they added marks. Yeah, but like what the issue is, like they added marks in Sword and Shield, and that was just like, the thing is, marks should never have been something that people like try to get like that's the thing. It's like shinies should have never really been anything that people like have to get every single one of. And then they added marks, and that also should not have been something outside of like non-shinies and whatnot. Like marks have never been like crazy rare. Like you could get all the marks, not on shinies. But the thing is, like in Sword and Shield, shiny, like finding a shiny was the cool thing. And then a mark on top of it was just the cherry on top. It gave you a unique Pokemon for yourself that like other people would find shinies with marks and even maybe shinies with rare marks, but it was still cool to have like your own shiny with its own mark. But now in like Scarlet and Violet, you could get literally any Pokemon shiny with any mark just by like putting a little bit of effort into it. And it's just like, no one's got anything unique anymore. No one's got anything rare anymore. And it just like, and I'm not saying like I'm the one who needs to have the super rare thing. Like it's cool seeing other people find crazy rare things that are unique to them. But you just don't have any of that in Scarlet and Violet. Because now it's like, what was cool in Sword and Shield was finding a shiny, and if it had a mark, that was just even crazier. Now it's like, people don't even notice the shinies unless it has a very specific mark on them. That's just not how it should be. It's becoming a little hard, even with the repel trick. The repel trick wasn't hard. I like... It only took me a few. I got lucky with the supersized one, I will say. But I mean, it was like a 3%. So like 30, 33-ish encounters on average for it. That's not too bad. Creature progression, battling, and rarity makes Pokemon. You like a shiny Pokemon that are weak in battle and then beating Elite Four, completing the game with them. Yeah, like it all goes together, but like when you have like a core aspect of the game, because like battling, unless you're into competitive, battling is really only for the like playthrough of the game. So like outside of the game, like that's what like Scarlet and Violet was fine playing through it. It totally was, but like once you play through it, there's just like nothing to do. Because there's nothing exciting about finding shinies that are like super easy to find. And there's no like battle facilities or like anything post game outside of buying DLC for more story. So yeah. Oh no, GameStop stock is down. Isn't like most companies' stock fluctuate all the time? For nights, are you doing the correct repel trick? I forget what level it was, but I was able to use it with one of the Pumpkaboos I caught on the route. Found Munchlax and Honey Trees in 3 days. That's a bigger flex. That is pretty crazy. Yeah, like when stuff like that happens and you get an easy shiny in an older game like that, it's insane because it wasn't expected. In this game, it's like if I get a shiny in 5 minutes, or if I'm playing through on my full odds file and just like flying around and stuff, and I'll see a few shinies and it'll be like expected. So there's nothing exciting about that. Like when I was just like doing like playing through the DLC of Scarlet and Violet, I was doing full odds and I found 3 shinies in like a day. Like there's just nothing exciting about that when it's like expected. If that were to happen in say like a Safari Zone with single encounters for like Safari Week, that's just insane and like crazy exciting. You tried listening close to the cry and you thought you had an XL and it was just large for whatever reason. I think one of the sizes can't appear when you do like one of the repel tricks, so. But I think, yeah, I think large is one. Yeah, I mean, it's a noticeable cry. You just got a shiny Flamigo. Nice, congrats. See, I think I need to be a little faster with these. I think I'm like waiting too long. The average, okay, yeah, the average won't appear. I mean, it's like 3%. I got lucky and got them like back to back, but it shouldn't take you like crazy long to do 60 or so encounters. What if the shinies are spawning and I'm just blind? On that you're doing a Nexomon living dex and I'm almost before. I think a lot of people have mentioned that and I still have no idea what that is. And I think I've tried to like look it up and like just was confused. You play Fire Red, got your shiny Charmander maybe 5 years ago. Now you think this Safari Week you'll try to get your second. Already beat the game, you didn't find another. Just like another shiny, right? Yeah. Safari Week's Safari Week's so fun because like everyone's hunting, you're getting like fast encounters, but they can flee. But then when you catch it, it's like insane. Like seeing people catch like stuff that's like really hard to catch during Safari Week is just so crazy, even if it's not you that's doing it. Wow, that is like super noticeable. Obviously I know what shiny Lotad looks like. But, I mean, that's, like, crazy. I'm gonna assume I don't need to put this thing to sleep. I'm just gonna chuck Netball. Netball will look good. Oh, I don't have the oh wait, but I don't need to because you can't check what mark they have. Of course, the lunchtime mark, yep. Who would have thought? Low key, it's impossible to get Sparkling Power 3 without Tidal Power 3. But low key, it would be so nice if you didn't have to get Tidal Power 3. Is it mirrors black and white dialogue faster in any other game? I would not know. I'm gonna go with probably it's you, though. I wonder if there's like a way I can step to the left more so I don't have to like go over the wall. I can. Nice. Okay, that's gonna be my new spot. Am I getting Shiny Mew? Nope. I only stream Shiny Mew, so if I'm not hunting Shiny Mew, check the last VOD and scroll to the end. I'm not doing Shiny Mew off stream. Also, it would have said last Shiny was Mew instead of Gyarados. It's just, there's a new event with the last mark that I need, the last personality mark that I need that's featured, so I'm just doing that until I get this. Nexamon is a Pokemon-inspired game with fewer elements. Oh, yeah, no. I was thinking of something else. I was getting that mixed up with something else. It's just like a Pokemon clone game. I don't want to say that, but that's kind of what it is, right? It's like a monster collecting game. Ever tried hunting in Pokemon Quest? I've never played... Oh, is Pokemon Quest the cube one? I've never played it, but I honestly have no interest in playing it because it sucks knowing that the Chinese version gets like every generation and then every other version only gets Gen 1. So I don't really... I would have had more of an interest if it was like getting the other gens, but... Did a few thousand encounters last year in the spirit of things, but yeah, you found nothing. Yeah, last year I had really bad luck with Safari Week. I think they're already all spawned in. That was kind of fast. Yeah, I just gotta go faster. Which has existed before Pokemon. Yeah, guys, you don't have to be offended if I call it a Pokemon clone. It's not... I really don't care about other monster collecting games. I understand that Pokemon was inspired by other games, but Pokemon is the main monster collecting game, and in my opinion, any other monster collecting game just doesn't do it as well. From what I've seen... You actually have the Chinese version. It's so much better. Yeah, like there's like you can get up to like Gen 6 Pokemon or something ridiculous. This might be a shiny Swaddle, low-key. No, it's definitely not. What am I thinking? Shiny Swaddle's got like the darker green leaf. You're okay with what you call Nexamon, you're enjoying the game. It scratches the same itch Pokemon does. For me, it's just like when you're so invested in Pokemon, it's just I have no interest in playing a similar game. It's no hate against other monster collecting games. But when you have a game like Pokemon that stretches across so many different consoles, but they're like compatible with each other and stuff, I just have no desire to do something that's similar to Pokemon, but not the same, you know? To prove your point from earlier, you just found a shiny Ralts in like 10 minutes after Flamingo, and this isn't even the best odds. Yeah, I mean, like, I kid you not. Like, when I was streaming going for like the BP in Scarlet and Violet, I found a full odd shiny Trapinch and like didn't even react. And then later that day, after I was done streaming, I found a shiny Minccino and then a shiny Swablu, and it was just like, it's like, what are we doing, man? Like, I understand you can get lucky with shinies, and I'm sure I did. But there's a difference when getting a lucky with a full odd shiny means you get it in 5 minutes, or 10 minutes, or 20 minutes, as opposed to like an older game, meaning like an older game, it's like if you get lucky with shinies, you'll find like a couple shinies in like your entire playthrough. Maybe. And that'd be still like insane. Jaden with the watch streak. Let's go. The streak thing showed up 20 minutes after watching your stream. That's funny.
This does put a smile on my face.
Bomb Boy, thank you for the follow. Thank you for putting a smile on Thanos' face. I do appreciate it. Matisse is back. Let's go. But yeah, like, I don't have any like negative opinion towards people that like shinies to be easy. But my point is that shinies should start off super rare, and then if you want them to be easy, you kind of have to go out of your way to make them easy. And that's just not a thing in Scarlet and Violet. Like, Scarlet and Violet, it's like they start off easy, and then they just are like completely free if you go out of your way.
This does put a smile on my face.
Mac the Trainer, thank you for the follow. Thank you for putting a smile on Thanos' face. I do appreciate it. But yeah, I think the only way they could go back to making shinies rare from the start would be if they just went back to traditional encounters. I feel like that'd be the best way they could do it. There's probably ways they can still do it in Overworld, but I just feel like the best way would just be to go back to traditional. Go back to traditional encounters, single encounters, and then if people want to have easy shinies, make a method that's like really effective. And I think that's like a win-win for everyone. That's you. The person you just followed, the Mac the Trainer. Nice. Why are we getting groups of friggin' Stantler over there, man? Maybe I should just... I love the idea of just like going in and out, like taking 2 steps like this to like refresh the spawns. Like, that's so convenient, but I'm getting a lot of junk over there that's like not low TED, so I'm probably better off just doing this. I don't know what's better though. This one we get more low tads. The other one, it's like we just go through them faster. So I don't know what's actually better. I could probably easily make this the more effective method if I'm just like more on top of it. But it's kind of harder to be on top of it like that. Also, this tree is so annoying. I wish I could remove just that tree. Even the tree that they can like spawn behind over there is not that bad. I can take 2 steps to check them. This one, it's like it's actively making it like harder to see the low tads from the left. Although I do like the clusters of low tad to the left. I wonder if there's just a better spot I could stand while I'm waiting for them to spawn in. I don't know though, because if I go a little too farther, it's like now we're getting Swaddle and Spinnerag right there. I think the trick is to just be as close to the town as possible. Hello from UK Scotland. How's the hunt going? Honestly, first of all, welcome in. Second of all, oh okay, we got another one. I was gonna say, we actually haven't been getting too lucky. We've got, this is our 3rd one in like 50 minutes or so. I really have no clue what moves these things get. I should check. This thing is level 56. Rain Dish. I forgot that was a thing. I think netballs are probably fine though. Yeah, we should be good. What moves does this thing get at level 56? Energy Ball, Zen Headbutt, Rain Dance, Giga Drain, Nature Power, Flail, Mega Drain. It can't kill itself. So we're good to false swipe him every time. I just haven't really known. Will this be it? Nope. Dude, the very first Lotad I caught that wasn't shiny, just to register Lotad, of course had the kindly mark. And now we've seen 3 shinies, 2 marked, no kindly mark. I'm pretty crazy. Is that mark because of Ludicolo's face? I don't know the correlation. I don't think so. It's more than just Lotad that's featured. It's Lotad, Finizen, and Horsey. There's just like 3 water type Pokemon. I might have found a groove though. We don't have to like full go into the town to refresh them. We can just like do that. That's actually so good. Yeah, 3 shinies doing this method in almost an hour is pretty bad. But this sandwich has, I mean, we've only gotten 2 in the sandwich, right? No, we got 3 in the sandwich. Okay, this sandwich hasn't been bad, though. This sandwich, if we could somehow get 1 more in the 5 minutes that remain, it'll be a decent sandwich. You thought you were hunting Lotad because of Ludicolo. No, it's just, this is just one of the Pokemon, and I just figured it'd be the easiest one to hunt. Because I want to say, like, Finnison, I think, has to be in the water. I'm not sure about Horsey, but I felt like Lotad would have just been, like, easier to, like, see shiny. Feel nothing from shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet. Honestly, same. I feel something when I get a mark I need after 400 attempts, but... Like, and don't get me wrong, all the shinies I have for this mark challenge, I value. And I even value my full odd shinies. I just don't choose to hunt in this game that often. And I probably won't go out of my way to shiny hunt in this game after this challenge is done. Or after I get this mark, because like, unless I get shafted on the Misty mark, I won't be coming back to this game for the mark challenge. Outside of, like, where all the Pokemon are hanging out. I still would, dude, they need to make it so that in Home, you can see ribbons in the Switch version of Home. Because I would just have my shinies in Home, and you could, like, see all of them. Because it's annoying that I can't put Delmise in this game. I can't put Nidoqueen in this game. And I can't put Grapploct in this game. Like, literally the 3 shinies I got marked for this challenge in Sword and Shield, I can't put any of them in this game. And it's annoying, because I want to have them all together. But if I want to view the, like, marks, it's got to be the mobile version. And it's, like, just not fluid. You got your Jumbo marked to Titan the other day, and that was great, but it did not care about the 50 some odd shinies you reset over. You got it. Yeah, exactly. And I just don't think that's how shiny should be. Like, it's cool that you still, like that people are still excited about finding certain shinies in this game, but, like, I just feel like to get 50 plus shinies to be excited about one of them that just ruins the point of shinies for me. Like, I mean, I went, like, 400 shinies before I got the Litwick with the, what mark was it? Zoned out mark. Like, I just don't feel like you should be disregarding 400 shinies. You should be, like, you should be happy about pretty much any shiny you find. But it's just, it just doesn't happen in this game. Oh, I think my sandwich is... Oh, no, it's still going. The Lotads were looking kind of small, so I was like, maybe my sandwich ended? Can you rank all gen from 3 to 9? Why wouldn't I just do all of them? Are you just specifically talking about shiny hunting? But again, why wouldn't I just do all of them? Like, is there a specific reason why gen 3 through 9? And are we talking about shiny hunting or, like, Pokemon designs? Because if I'm being honest, I typically rate my opinion on generations based on the designs, usually. Like, Gen 3 is my favorite, design-wise. Your hunts have been good. You recently got shiny Regirock and Sword and Shield, and you got square sparkle shiny Regirock. That's crazy. That's so crazy, man. That's what I'm saying, because, like, you're excited just about the shiny, but then you got, like, another rare thing on top of it, which makes it that much cooler. That's just how Sword and Shield is. Sword and Shield's shiny hunting was so good. Best Switch era Pokemon game. Easy. At least in terms of shiny hunting. Because you could totally argue that, like, Legends Arceus is the best Switch era Pokemon game. But I don't like the shiny hunting in it, and that's kind of a big deal for me. Your legs are dead right now? That sucks. About everything as you play those games. I mean, I don't not play Gen 1 and 2, so I don't know why we're only doing Gen 3 to 9. But I mean, Gen 9 is going to be lowest. Then probably... Oh, let's see. You didn't know this method works, despawning the mons? Wait, why wouldn't it work? Yeah, you're a shiny hunter like you. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be exactly like me when you shiny hunt. I just don't like Scarlet and Violet. They're gone mainly because of setting up the festival next weekend, and you've been weeding the venue for 6 hours today. Unfortunate. Okay, so Gen 9 is lowest. Second lowest for me, dude, it might have to be Gen 2. It'd either be Gen 2 or Gen 6, I think. But if we're going... So if we're going, like, overall... Thing is, I love Gen 1's Pokemon designs. But the Gen 1 games are terrible. So that's kind of tough. Gen 2 is, like, only slightly better mechanically than Gen 1, but I don't really like much about it. So I guess I'll still rank Gen 2 as, like, the second lowest. Then probably Gen 1, if we're talking, like, actual generation. Then I'd probably say Gen 5. Like, I'm sorry, guys, but I've never been, like... I need to replay Black 2, White 2, but, like, I just haven't been, like, super interested in Gen 5. Then probably Gen 8. Then probably Gen 7. Then probably 4, and then 3. Was that all of them? Yeah, the way like shinies work in this game is just like they're just generated when they spawn in. So if you like go into a town, it despawns everything. So that's why like this method is like insanely good, because it's so easy to just refresh the spawns so quickly. Because normally outbreaks are like not that good for shiny hunting. Like you're better off just going for like groups of 5. But when you do this like town thing to like refresh them immediately, it's a lot better. Where's 6 since 9 is bottom? 6 was, I think, one of the lowest. I think I said Gen 9, then 2, then 1, then 6. Or 6, then 1, or something like that. I think it was 1, then 6. Because if we're talking, like, just the generation and not, like... Because, like, if it... My list would be completely different if it was just strictly Pokemon designs. And, like, I love Fire Red, Leaf Green. But that's Gen 3, you know? So, like, if we're going based on the generations, like, Gen 1 is not that fun to play. Every Pokemon's, like, a pseudo-normal type. Your best... Every Pokemon you pick, its best move is going to be, like, Body Slam or Slash, no matter what you have. Unless it can learn Surf. Then it's good as a Water type, I guess. And then it's just weird, bad, old-school mechanics. But they do hold up. I will say they hold up. But yeah, if we're talking strictly designs, my list would be completely different. Gen 3 would still be number 1 though. Being a Gen 6, you beat Sun and Moon and just for the home challenge. That's Gen 7 though. Gen 6 is X and Y. But I like where your head's at. Or if you're too far away from it, it disappears. Are you talking about the spawning? Yeah, but like sometimes you gotta run really far and there's always a chance that like Pokemon spawn behind you and then there could be like a shiny behind you that you don't see. So that's why this is better, because all the load heads are spawning in front of me, to the left of me, to the right of me. They're not gonna spawn behind. I can see every single one of them. They're all spawned in, and then we just refresh them really fast. But if you're away from a town for an outbreak, if you are away from a town in an outbreak, like when I hunted for the mini Tatsugiri, I didn't have the luxury of having a town because there's no way you can get a Tatsugiri outbreak next to a town. You just have to run back and forth. Like you just have to do that and just hope. What my method here, I'll actually show what I did for Tatsugiri, because it turns out I was actually failing so many of them and I didn't realize it, because I would just like do this. I would like run through, despawn them all, and then like run back, and I would do this. But then eventually I got to the point where I realized I'm like, dude, I'm not doing well. I'm probably failing a bunch. And I started doing this, where I would do this. I would run backwards away while jumping to avoid running into them. And then I could see if there were shinies getting spawned in behind me. I found so many shinies that were spawning behind me after doing that. So that's what I did for like an outbreak that wasn't near a town, if you like have to do that. Nine Gen 9, 8 Gen 8, 7 Gen 2, 6 Gen 5, 5 Gen 1, 4 Gen 3, 3 Gen 3, 2 Gen 7, 1 Gen 6. You might be one of the only people that's got Gen 6 as their number 1, which is wild. Gen 6, I feel like Gen 6 is carried by Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. A lot of people, for some reason, hate Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, but like, they were really good remakes. And the competitive, like, I feel like if Gen 6 was only X and Y, it'd be like terrible. For Finizen outbreaks, I'm not sure. Finizen, I don't know if there's like a really effective way to do Finizen, just because water is like obnoxious. But you could always do the option where you just like hang on a cliff from far enough away, and then they'll just like swim. Those keep swimming in straight lines and despawn themselves for you. All right, see, that was like a pretty average shiny right there. 7 minutes, 6-ish minutes. For ranking generation, it goes like this for you, and you'll have a huge hot take. All right, I'll lay it on me. I think ORAS are great remakes. To you, XY is even better, especially the designs, Mega Evolutions. It has good designs. Gen 6 definitely has good designs. But like playing through the Gen 6 games, it was so basic. It was so like those games felt like they were trying to be like the new Gen 1 of like, all right, let's pretend no one knows anything about Pokemon. Because they were so basic. And like I played through them 4 times for all the Zygardes recently. Like it just like It was just like it was a very meh experience the whole entire time. We replayed X last month. It was so much worse than you remember. It wasn't like worse. It was just like was so meh to me. Omega Ruby is probably your most played Pokemon game. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, as much as I say they carry Gen 6, they are for sure going to be like my least played Pokemon games. Just because I have so many copies of the originals and I enjoy like shiny hunting in Gen 3. Like Gen 3 is my favorite. That I don't have as much of a reason to like go to Gen 6 for like hunting Gen 3 Pokemon and whatnot. Unless I want to do horde hunting. Because horde hunting is great. You'd play X 10 times in a row, you'd still love it. I don't think I could do that with any Pokemon game 10 times in a row. I don't really enjoy playing through Pokemon games. But when I was replaying through all my games for the Pokeball decks, the Pokeball challenge, I still thoroughly enjoyed playing Platinum. Platinum was the one game I was like, this is still actually fun to play through. Out of every game I'd played. Every other game I'd played through was kind of like a chore to just like get through just to do the Living Dex challenge. All right, so you're going. So 1 is your best at Gen 8, 2 is Gen 5, 3 is Gen 7, 4 is Gen 6, 5 is Gen 4, 6 is Gen 9, 7 is Gen 3, 8 is Gen 2, 9 is Gen 1. Ranking Gen 9 above Gen 3 and ranking Gen 6 above Gen 4 is wild. The other ones I totally get though. To me, like, the best Pokemon games were, like, the Gen 3, 4 era, and then Gen 7 was one of the best times to be a Pokemon fan for mainline. Gen 7 had some of the best, like, Gen 7, everything that was coming out with Gen 7 was, like, a banger. It was such a good time to be a Pokemon fan. But like, going back, like, Gen 3 and 4 are just crazy. I understand why people hate like Diamond Pearl, but like Platinum made up everything about that. And has arguably the best remakes of the entire series. You guys got to keep in mind that like Heart Gold Soul Silver is Gen 4. Fire Red Leaf Green is Gen 3. Why do these Pokemon keep like disappearing? Oh, it's just the trees like covering them, I guess. No, actually I have no idea why. It's weird. Gen 7 Ultra Beast. That's just what makes Gen 7 cool. Gen 7 was cool. Gen 7 they were definitely experimenting with. First time ever getting like legendaries and mythicals that evolve. This is so crazy. And then yeah, Ultra Beasts were so wacky. You yourself have yet to complete X and Y. You have like 50 hours in Pokemon Violet, and that's probably your most played Pokemon game. I think my most... So, I mean, I would assume my most played Pokemon game is like Fire Red Leaf Green. That's just because of all the shiny hunting I do. But on the Switch, I have a lot more hours in Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet, and I've been doing this Mark challenge in Scarlet and Violet. Sword and Shield, it's like outside of like shiny hunting and whatnot, there's still so many things to like grind for that could like really get your hours up. You'll be the only guy who likes Gen 8 this high. Gen 8 is a mess of a generation, but I love it though. It's up there for me. But I can't say it's the best. Love your streams, bro. Always shiny hunt when you do. Nice. I appreciate it. Good luck on any shiny hunt you're doing. Oh, I just failed a shiny. Rip. That's fine. That was probably the marked one though. I don't know if anyone saw that, but there was one like right where like these two guys are that despawned right as I was like leaving. Unfortunate. I'll record it though, because why not? I have to delete that other recording. I never did that. Wait for it. Wait for it. I think it's this. Yeah, it's gonna be. I don't think I can point to it. There it is, to the left in the water. Gosh, I'm so good at spotting shinies in this game, but it's usually when I'm failing them. The craziest one was the Slowpoke. Do you guys remember that? I was hunting for Dondozo, and no one noticed it except me. I was just like, oh, I failed the shiny Slowpoke. And, like, everyone's like, what? And I, like, did a recording. You had to, like, zoom in far, and there was this Slowpoke, like, way off in the distance that I just noticed because it looked lighter, and then the mouth was, like, more saturated. You do like Gen 3, but you think ORAS is much better? I don't think... I can't really say ORAS is much better than Gen 3, but, like, the way they kind of mixed it with Gen 6, with, like, the megas and whatnot, was just so cool. Like, they need to do more of that. Like, make it more like a remaster, not like a remake. Or, no, remake, not a remaster. Because BDSP is more like a remaster, where it's essentially just the same game, but with better graphics. There's a mythical Pokemon that can evolve. Yeah, it's called Meltan, which is a Gen 7 Pokemon. It's just not found in Alola. Most played is Shield because it was your first game and you're also biased for. Yeah, a lot of times it's just whatever game you started with is your favorite. But like my favorite's Platinum. I started with Pearl, but so like makes sense why I like Gen 4 so much, but I still like Gen 3 more. But I also grew up playing Gen 3, so it kind of makes sense. 4382791 your personal top to bottom. So top to bottom, like 4 is your number one. Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. For me, I would say like our lists are similar. Like I would literally just like swap 3 and 4. And then, like, 7, I think I would just move 7 up. I think that's what I said. Oh, yeah, you forgot about 6. You never really played through either X, Y, or S. Still need to get shiny Fennekin. Dude, sometimes this rock in the water looks like a shiny Lotad. What's up, Mackenzie? Welcome in. You failed so many shinies this game from them despawning after being on screen for 1 second. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's like that one was just my fault. Like I just didn't like, I was a little too quick with it and just didn't notice it until it was too late. But like, man, when I was hunting Driftblim, bro, dude, the amount of times they would just spawn as soon as I entered the town, or they would just like spawn at the very edge of the radius, and then as soon as like they would spawn as far away as they could, right on the despawn border, and then just immediately despawn, even if I like wasn't really moving. And that's just frustrating. You can zoom in by double clicking the home button. Yeah, I know that. But I mean, I didn't really have to explain it. I just said to the left, and there was only 2 Lotads to the left, one of which was very obviously shiny. You forgot that was a mythical? Yeah, like even Pokemon Go doesn't even like consider it a mythical, considering you can put it in gyms and trade it, even though that's the game it's actually from. You even forget Type Null is a legendary sometimes. When Type Null was new, no one really knew if it was a legendary or myth or like regular Pokemon. Like that it was like Rotom in Gen 4. So many people just thought Rotom was a legendary in Gen 4, myself included. Like as kids, when you get this static encounter and it literally plays the legendary music, it just screams legendary. No one ever thought that you could just breed it. You know? Like no one ever thought you could just keep getting them by breeding them with a Ditto. So everyone just assumed it was a legendary. And that's kind of how Type Null was. It was like, but like opposite. Most people saw Type Null as like, oh, Gladion has one and he gives you one. It must not be a legendary. But then it was like, well, it actually is a legendary. Also, it evolved. Which I understand, like Cosmog evolved too, but like, you know, at the time it was very unheard of for legendaries to evolve. So when you're gifted just like someone's pet and it evolves, you're not really thinking it's a legendary. What about Spiritomb? But Spiritomb didn't play legendary music. It just played regular encounter music. And also, like, we knew you could just keep getting them by getting more odd keystones. It was just hard to get it. Like, Rotom, you only could encounter once in a saved state. And it played the exact same music that plays when you fight Heatran, Giratina, Darkrai. So, like, it just seemed so much more like a legendary than Spiritomb was. And also Cynthia had Spiritomb. So, like, you never saw trainers with legendaries. No one had a Rotom as an NPC. And you also only encountered one, and it played legendary music when you encountered it. Type Null, you would argue, isn't a legendary. There's 3 of them canonically, too many to be considered a legendary. That's just false, though. It's... Legendary doesn't mean there's only one. It just means it's, like, insanely rare and powerful. I mean, like, there's so many instances where, like, canonically there's multiple legendaries. You literally have trainers in, like, the battle tower using legendaries. That doesn't mean they're not legendaries. It's just... It makes it harder to beat them. Your view canon or not, if Arceus is God, then Type Null is demigod. Type Null is a man-made Pokemon, though. It's not, like, from Arceus. It's just them trying to recreate Arceus. Type Null is more in line with, like, Mewtwo. Where they were trying to, like, create a Pokemon to, like, mimic this other powerful Pokemon. What's up, Kaylee? Welcome in. And I mean, like, if you want to be really technical, technically there's multiple of every single legendary that has a shiny. Because there's the shiny and the non-shiny. That's so unfortunate. Dude, I guarantee the one that I failed had the mark. It's okay, we're phase 5. We are a quarter of the odds, baby. Get some good luck. I still can't believe I caught one Lotad and it had the mark. And it's like, what the heck? What marks are still remaining? Outside of this kindly mark, it's just Misty, Curry, and Dry. And I'm gonna start hunting the Misty mark after I get Mew. It's just, like, every hunt's gonna be ridiculous after this. This hunt would have been ridiculous if I didn't have this event that just started today. This event started today, by the way, guys. So, and it's only for the weekend. So if you want to try to get a kindly mark on a shiny, make sure you connect to the internet before, I think, Monday. You're gonna bring up Reshiram and Zekrom too because N having one at the end of black and white and all throughout black 2 white 2. But doesn't he give it to you at the end of black 2 white 2? Because in black and white 1 you just don't get it because it's his. No way, doesn't he just have the opposite legendary and you still can't catch it? I forget how it works. It's been so long since I played black 2 white 2. Are you going for Misty in Sword and Shield or Kitakami since recently found out it's available in DLC? I'm going in Sword and Shield, and if I don't get it in Sword and Shield, we'll do Kitakami. The goal is to, like, I'm gonna... Because I still have that Milcery, that Alchemy challenge I'm doing. The goal is to go for Alchemy full odds, and I really want to go for a set of them in Sword and Shield, like a set of 7, before just doing all of them in Scarlet and Violet. Because, again, I just don't really like shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet. That's actually something I should keep in mind. I keep saying I'm, like, not going to touch this game after this hunt I do, but I am going to go back for Milcery. But yeah, so the goal is to try to get a set of 7 shiny Milcery in Sword and Shield. And you can really, outside of that one route where they're not even that common, if you're in the wild area, you have to encounter them in Foggy Weather. And I'm going to do full odds, and I'm going to have Mark Charm on both systems. So, and they're only like a 30-some% chance to encounter. So, like, to get 7, I will most definitely phase a good amount of times too. And I think we will, on average, at least hit odds for the mark. So if I get all 7 Milcery and don't have a mark on any of the Milcery or a phase, then we'll switch over to Kitakami and just get it there. That's the plan. He has the opposite. Yeah, so it's just, I think the lore is that he just has the legendary and then also just still has the legendary and you just don't get it. I don't think it's like I don't think it's like a multiple of the same legendary scenario. Low Tad. How much time do I got? 5 minutes? I'm a little bummed I failed that one. I feel like I'm very likely to get the mark, and that could have been it. And I just it's over. It's like, well, it's gonna take me 50 plus slow tads to get a marked one. Dude, there is something about that rock in there that just looks like a shiny Lotad, and I can't stand it. It's this rock. Every time I turn over, I see this rock, and I think it's like the teal color of the shiny Lotad's like lily pad. Dude, the amount of noise that Koraidon makes. Like, chill. Come on, we gotta get this thing. I probably won't keep streaming this if I don't get it today. I'll probably just do it off stream. Yeah, off stream. I don't know what I was trying to say other than that. Just because I don't think it's like that crazy, like that big of a deal. I wanna keep hunting Mew. Like Mew, I'm actually worried about getting before Safari Week. What's Safari Week? Safari Week is an annual event hosted by Absolblox Pokemon where everyone just shiny hunts in the Safari zones. And it's fun. Because you don't throw your Pokemon out in battle, so the encounters are faster. And there's a chance to fail them. But when you catch them, it's crazy. I think I need to be like a little faster with this. Wait. Oh, I only have 16 seconds. Okay. Alright, this is gonna be like the last set. Just kidding, we're gonna do one more. Never mind, it's already over. I mean, if a shiny still shows up in this, it's still gonna have the same chance at the mark, so it's not like... Just odds are shiny's not gonna show up like that. Alright, I gotta get water, because my water's like pretty much empty. So I will be right back. And then we're gonna get a marked shiny Lotad, the sandwich. I'm gonna go back to water type sandwich. We're gonna change it up. It would help if I actually took my water cup with me. Guys, I'm so stupid. I realized that I never tweeted out the stream. So I'm gonna do that now. Even though it's like way too late, but it's fine. All right. All right, let's get... This is gonna be it, guys. I'm not gonna get the bad luck I got with Clefairy. We're gonna get it at like probably around 10. Yeah, it was Cucumber. I was like, which one was it? Cucumber. Doink, doink. It's gonna be such a shame when I'm like hunting for Milcery in Sword and Shield, and then I get like a personality mark. I think the hardest thing about going for the Misty mark is gonna just be like me going for 7 shiny Milcery full odds. Cause like getting a Misty mark, I don't think it's gonna be that bad. Cause if I don't get it, I'm just gonna easily get it in Scarlet and Violet. Cause weather marks are very easy to get nowadays. What is it, like a 1 in 8 chance now with the mark charm? We're gonna be like locked in on this one. This one we're going crazy. We're gonna get so many shinies. We're gonna get at least 5.
This does put a smile on my face.
Cosmic Minin, thank you for the follow. Thank you for putting a smile on Thanos' face. I do appreciate it. Cosmic Minin, thank you for the shiny luck. Guys, this is gonna be like the one stream where Mark luck's gonna make sense. Yo, the Mr. Trails. Thank you so much for the raid. What's going on, everybody from the raid? My name is Dominator. I'm normally a full odd shiny hunter, but today
does put a smile on my face.
Marcuzuo, thank you for the follow. Thank you for putting a smile on Thanos' face. I do appreciate it. Today we're going for the final mark I need for my shiny Mark Master quest. Being the kindly mark, because it's featured in this outbreak event they're doing this weekend. Mr. Trails, thank you for the follow. Thank you for putting a smile on Thanos' face. I do appreciate it.
This does put a smile
Daniel,
on my face.
thank you for the follow. Thank you for putting a smile on Thanos' face. I do appreciate it. But yeah, we're going for Lotad. We're 5 phases in so far. I've failed 1, maybe 2 already.
Put a smile on my face.
Happy Day, thank you for the follow. Thank you for putting a smile on Thanos' face. I do appreciate it. So yeah, we're going for the shiny Lotads, and we're only going for the ones that are marked. Welcome everybody. It's Brett. Thank you for the mark luck. Yeah, we're just doing this like town reset right here. It's not like the most optimal town reset, but it gets the job done. Yeah, how's everyone doing? How was your stream, Mr. Trails? Was it Trails or Tails? Mr. Trails, I was right the first time. Good. Usually I'm not right the first time. Working on a shiny charm speedrun in Black 2 right now. Nice. That's like pretty hard to do though, because it's like the full national dex. Gen 5 and 6 are just like crazy hard for the shiny charm. I don't think I ever got... I used to be like super into method hunting, and I still don't think I ever got the shiny charm in any Gen 6 or 5 file, because it's just so much harder. But good luck on that. It's crazy. And if anyone who was already in stream, make sure you click on Mr. Trail's name in the chat and give him a follow. But yeah, so far we're not getting very good luck with the shinies. Usually, like, doing something like this, you'll get a shiny every like 5-ish minutes. We have not been averaging that. We like almost did with the last sandwich I did, but... or like 2 sandwiches ago. Do it? Do what? Go for shiny charms? Unfortunately, I don't go for shiny charms anymore. Unless I'm like doing something very specific, like this Mark challenge. Also doing a Legends Arceus Shiny Professor Oak challenge as well. That sounds impossible. Shiny Professor Oak challenge? Doesn't that require you to get all the Space-Time Distortion exclusive shiny? I can't imagine doing that. I'm trying to get all the alphas in Legends, but Shiny's a bit too much, even with like max odds. I need to like go faster. I think my issue is I'm like not refreshing fast enough, so I'm like sitting here with like max Lotad spawned in and then just like still sitting there. What's up, Taylor? Welcome in.
This does put a smile on my face.
Taylor, thank you for the follow. Thank you for putting a smile on Thanos' face. I do appreciate it. Probably take years, but we don't worry about that yet. Yeah, I mean, just me trying to get like the alpha Sneasels and like Magnemites has been taking me like weeks and weeks to do. I can't imagine getting them shiny, but I have, in terms of like rare shinies I've gotten in Legends, I did get a shiny, I got a shiny Burmy, which was cool, a shiny Cherim from a tree, and I did get a shiny Magnemite while going for an alpha Magnemite. And then I've gotten a few alpha shinies, but not like a ton of like crazy ones. Like the craziest alpha shiny I got was like, I got a random Voltorb, just straight up, like not from an outbreak or anything. And then I got the guaranteed alpha Stantler. I got shiny one time. Everything else I think has been from like outbreaks. What mark am I hunting? It's the one on screen. It's called the Kindly Mark. Currently, they're doing an Outbreak event in Scarlet and Violet where there's a 5% chance of the featured Pokemon having a Kindly Mark. So it's just going to make this like super easy for me to get. And it's the last personality mark we need out of all of them on shinies, and then after that we'll only need the Misty Mark, the Dry Mark, and the Curry Mark. And we'll have all of them. Which I do really want to like get this challenge done, but I just want shiny Mew a little more, you know? So I gotta finish my shiny Mew hunt. But I did figure out the painting thing, so I'm gonna get like completely random frames every time I hunt for Mew, which is gonna be nice. None of this worry about timing it correctly, even though you really shouldn't have to worry about that anyway. I'm just stupid and superstitious. Marcuzio, thank you for the Mark Luck. Taylor, thank you for the Shiny Luck. Yeah, we got 2 marked shiny Loteds already, and it was the, of course, lunchtime mark and sleepy time mark. Like, what are we doing? We haven't had the best luck with the shinies right now. I think I just need to refresh faster. I need to not be like sitting on these guys like for too long. So like I probably should already refresh like that. That's probably not bad. What's the name of mark hunting? I missed it when you said it before. If you did, it's the kindly mark. It's the mark that's featured in this outbreak event. There's no other marks featured in this event. Is it cloudy weather? I forgot hitting like the outfits thing just like lags your game out. It is cloudy weather. Cloudy weather is low key. Well, clear weather means less chance of getting a mark we don't want. But cloudy weather low key is kind of nice because they're kind of easier to see. There's no like weird shadows. Dude, it's crazy how they can be all the way over there. Come on, Lotad. It's already been 13 minutes, 12 minutes with no shiny, which is just crazy. Dude, maybe I just gotta stick to the grass type sandwich. Maybe water just isn't it. Because I've been doing better with the grass sandwiches. If I stay right here, this is pretty good. And kind of like refresh faster. It's a little janky with this ledge here. But if I go too far to the left, it just starts spawning other stuff that isn't Lotad. Are you just saying shinies are too easy in the game? Yeah, they are. But in the context of this, I'm getting very unlucky. You gotta keep that in mind. Shinies are too easy in this game, but when you're odds-wise, you are likely to get one within 10 minutes, and it takes you 20 minutes to get a shiny. That's not good. It's a very easy thing to understand. Honestly, with the town reset, it should be like 5 minutes on average to find a shiny. But yeah, like, I mean, even with this atrocious luck, I still have gotten 5 shinies and failed one. Like, that's still very easy for shinies. Yeah, I'm starting to think that the water sandwich is just cursed. We just gotta stick with the grass sandwich. Dude, I swear, sometimes I gotta like go farther into the town than other times. Like that time I barely touched the wall, and sometimes I'm like, I gotta climb up the wall. Come on, Lotad. Lotad is a water type, right? I know it is. Pretty sure it's water grass, yeah. Well, I know it's grass. You never know if it's like a C-Dot situation where C-Dot's pure grass and then it turns into a dark type upon evolution. But it is just a bit silly how we've done 2 water sandwiches with like no shinies, and every grass sandwich we get like a few shinies, so. There's one. And it's not even marked. What the heck, man? That's 6. Oh, okay, now we're popping off. Why aren't they ever marked? What is this? Two out of the first 3 were marked. They were just the wrong mark. What if I use a water sandwich, they can only be shiny when they're in the water? And then if I use a grass sandwich, they can only be shiny in the grass. Even though I'm pretty sure a couple of the shinies I found with the grass sandwich were in the water. There's so many in the water right now. Next shiny's gonna have the mark. It just is. It's my prediction. My official prediction is that the next shiny is gonna have the kindly mark. Type sandwiches restricting turn would be dumb. Imagine a fire sandwich restricting you to places on fire. That'd be crazy. Oh, I was wrong. My prediction was indeed incorrect. But I guess the water sandwich isn't cursed anymore. What's up, Cheetah? Welcome in. Yeah, flying sandwich, you have to be like in the air. Poison sandwich, I don't even know what that would imply. You gotta literally be in the dumpsters to get the poison sandwich to work. All right, we're getting at least one more shiny in the sandwich. I'm kind of getting a feel for it, though. It's been a very long time since I've done this. We gotta, like, ease into it. Because I always start off kind of slow. And then we kind of, like, pick up the pace. Look at that. Dude, that's, like, 4 in a row non-marked. And I have Mark Charm and Tidal Power going. That's kind of ridiculous. And we're during a boosted odds mark event right now. Five minutes. 5 minutes. What time is it? 4:40? I don't even know if I'll have enough time to do like one more sandwich, but I'll do what I can. How long have I been streaming for? I've already been streaming for 2 hours and 40 minutes. What the heck? It has not felt like that. Maybe because every sandwich is 30 minutes and they feel fast. And sometimes half the Lotad just don't want to despawn when I do that. How is it I caught a single non-shiny Lotad just to register it and it had the kindly mark? That's what I don't get. Like, why couldn't that just be like a shiny one? It is kind of crazy how I'm like mostly getting them in the water, not the grass, when they're like spawning the same amount. Next one's got to be a grass one though. What's the title that the kindly mark gives? I don't remember. Another water one. Man, I'm getting disproved left and right today. Everything I say, just like I'll be like, all right, next one's gonna be this, and then it'll just not be that every time. "44 seconds." How many phases you guys think it's gonna take me to get this mark? The odds are 1 in 20, which I still haven't put on the board yet. I should do that. But the Clefairy event took me 60 something. I think it was like 61 or something like that. About 50? Come on, man. Come on. I'm gonna put the odds on the board though, because I keep forgetting to do that. Mark odds is here. That was, I don't even know if that was the last one, or the one that would have been if it wasn't this outbreak event. I mean, we're already half odds. Your Switch almost died? My Switch almost dies every time I don't charge it. All right, now I was saying the water sandwich was cursed, but I think that was the best sandwich I had. I think that was like 5 or 6 shinies in that one sandwich. 5? I think it was 5. But I'm still gonna go back to grass. All right, we're gonna get it this time. Oh, I'm on the wrong counter. There we go. Almost started adding increments to my all alphas counter, which would have been very strange. What's up, LWS? Welcome in. So many ones that spawn in the water. I kind of prefer them spawning in the water. They're like a lot easier to see. You're good hunting Load's head. Been a while since you played Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, same. I mean, like, the last time I played Scarlet and Violet was when I was catching those shield-ons in Union Circle for Legends. And, like, I don't even know if I want to count that. Like, I think the last, like, time I actually was just, like, full-on playing this game for, like, the Mark Challenge or whatever was, like, the last mark I got being the Zoned Out mark. Which I think was, like, back in November or December or something. No, I think it was like December, January. I think I got it in like January. How is it that both me and you are both playing Scarlet and Violet? Because you saw me playing Scarlet and Violet, so you opened up Scarlet and Violet, I would assume, is the answer. So that's an interesting question. I'm sure a lot of people are playing Scarlet and Violet who are watching the stream of a Scarlet and Violet stream. Much prefer Sword and Shield hunting, so chill and fun. Yeah. Yeah, I do too. But I gotta get this mark. You're on Scarlet before you came to your stream. I was probably streaming before you came to my stream. I don't know, I feel like a lot of times I'm playing a game and I'll like look for streams of the same game I'm playing, so I feel like it's not like a coincidence. Taylor, thank you for the shiny luck. Thank you for the good luck on the hunt. Hoping to get it under odds, man. My last one I went over triple odds for it. And I think consistently I've done way more over odds marks than under odds marks. But I've had some crazy fast marks. Is the grass sandwich the new cursed one? How long has it been? It's already been 5 minutes. I have been getting better though at like doing this faster. It is easier when you're like right on the border. You're like right on the border. It's a lot easier to respawn them really fast. You have a shiny Arceus stuck in BDC. Can anyone help you get it to Scarlet and Violet? You don't have, I'm guessing that means you don't have Pokemon Home, right? You would have to put a lot of trust in someone to trade it to their BDSP file and then hope they put it in Home and then put it into Scarlet and Violet and then trade it back to you. I guess if there's anyone in stream that's willing to help out, let them know. Taylor, think of the shiny luck again. All right, Sir Lol. We got someone to help you. A marked one? That's crazy. What if this is just it? Man, it's like everything these guys have can just heal themselves. For well, how's the hunt going? Honestly, we haven't been doing too well. But I mean, it's like fine. We're over half odds. This could be it. This could be just be it right here. And it's another sleepy time mark. How the heck did I catch one singular non-shiny Lotad that had the kindly mark? And now I'm getting a bunch of sleepy time and lunchtime marks, you know? Like, what's that crap? That's crap. Get a shiny Kilowattrel, nice. Congrats. Not marked, unfortunate. It is crazy because it's like I mean we've gotten what 3 marked out of the 11. When like I'm running Tidal Power and Mark Charm, and also it's a boosted odds mark event. Like I feel like we should realistically be seeing a Mark 1 every like other shiny. Next shiny, gonna be it. How much time has it been? Realistically, we could get like 4 to 5 shinies a sandwich. That'd be like crazy. I think before the average was like 5-ish doing this method. Not doing the method was like 3. Low-Ted, come on, where's the shiny? The marked shiny that has specifically the kindly mark. Gotta be around here somewhere. It's probably the one I failed. I guarantee it was the one I failed, but there's no way to check. So I'm just gonna say it was. It is funny that the Kitakami music reminds me of fall because that's when this came out. Won't that Low-Ted kindly show up? True. See, like, how was I not in the town? I was, like, really going up that wall. It must just be, like, a really weird border, and I have to be, like, in a specific spot for it to not have me go as far. Have I ever gotten Pokerus before? Yeah, I've actually gotten Pokerus a few times. I think when I was a kid, I may have gotten it like once in my old saves. Since getting back into the series, I got it like when I started my first save file of Soul Silver. I got it super early on, and I honestly thought it was like it was my first time ever playing like Heart Gold Soul Silver. And I got it like right after catching like a Pokemon or something. Like it's like right before I got to like the first town or something. I got a call from Professor Elm telling me I got Pokerus, and I thought it was like a guaranteed thing. Like I was like, oh, this is probably just like you're guaranteed to get it in these games at a certain point. But no, I just got super lucky. Then when on one of my platinum save files, I got it also really early on, and I didn't notice it until until they were cured. So like I was just playing through the game to like set up a shiny hunt or something, and I like looked at my party and they like all were cured of Pokerus, and I was like, I guess I got this at some point. And then when I was hunting for Torkoal, I got Pokerus 3 times. So I did a hunt for Torkoal in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, and I got Pokerus twice on Ruby and once on Emerald, I'm pretty sure. And then I want to say in like a newer game I've gotten it like once or twice. Like maybe in like Gen 7 I got it. I have a few Pokemon that I just have saved with Pokerus that will always have it. Like I have in my Emerald copy, I have a couple that have Pokerus in the case I want to spread it. In I think in Gen 4 I have one. In Home I have a few in Home that have it, that have just gotten it spread to it that didn't get cured, so I just kind of keep them in a special spot in Home. Only generation I've never like had Pokerus, because like you get Pokerus in like Gen 3 and you have the means of transferring Pokemon up to later gens. You can just get Pokerus in all the later gens because of that, because you just spread it. I have never gotten Pokerus in Gen 2 through spreading or through just finding it randomly, because I've only encountered it Gen 3 and later. You got Pokerus and Sword. I may have, but I'm not sure. I don't think I feel like I would have remembered if I got it in Sword. All right, I'm gonna do one more town reset, and then I gotta end stream, unfortunately. But I mean, we got over half odds already, so it's only a matter of time before I get Smart. I might just keep going off stream, and then next stream we will probably go back to Mew, shiny hunting Mew. Honestly, thought I'd be able to get it faster though, but it's all good. This will be the last one. All right, I'm gonna end it here. Unfortunate. Also, we don't talk about the weird fun fact for the... Yeah, no, we don't talk about that because I can't stand that meme. I don't understand it's a meme. I have no tolerance for it here, so that'll be the last time you say that. If you mention it again, I'll ban you. My favorite mega is probably Sceptile. But I'm gonna end it here. That's gonna be it for this stream. Thank you to everyone who tuned in, and I will see you